It's the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This will make it into the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here's Nick Chubb, former prep and collegiate star here in this state at Georgia. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Gain of a yard. Brings up
second and 9. Breeze. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. On third down. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
At the 41-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up third and 1.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Out to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
21-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
The throw complete here to Williams. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down, New Orleans.
Breeze Falcons now on first down. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on first. Looking to throw again on second down. Breeze, the quick slant, caught. And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They need about the length of the football here on first and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. They'll try to run this one in. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. 30, 10, touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was pretty.
And he'll give it here to his running back. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
He's brought down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Saints 3, Falcons 0.
2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. On the move to his left. He may try and run for this. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
10 at the 11-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
This has to be great for the psyche of this offense. Presented with bad field position, they didn't let it stop them. They rolled downfield and scored a touchdown.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Jones. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Breeze. He's got Jack Doyle. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now Breeze.
2nd and 7.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7, just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a handoff here to his running back. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Here's Jones. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
That's so educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Breeze. His throw incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
From the gun, it's Breeze. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Godwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have retaken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
To pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This old adage, partner, don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Going to give this time to the tailback. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Trent Murphy in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Going deep here for Parker. He's got a man, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. But Drew Brees into his 40s now. Doesn't have the strong arm that he once did, but don't tell this defense that right now.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup.
Here's Brees. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Shotgun now for Brees. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Well, that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And he rifles one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain of 32 that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all. 4th
down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off near the 26, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. makes it 14-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Now Jones. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Saints 10.
That's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big.
Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Saints. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, and it's the Titans out in front in that one. Aaron Rodgers with 2 touchdown passes. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Carson Wentz has thrown a couple of touchdown passes there. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Amari Cooper, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Rosas now to kick this one away. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll set up a throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Complete to number 7. A 1-yard loss on the
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll buy some time right. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Oh, why are we doing this?
So that one will be accepted. They'll set up to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
running back out of the backfield. An 8-yard gain brings up 2nd down.
Now this is the 3rd-year man from Northwestern, Justin Jackson. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Now for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play. Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. From midfield, here's Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. They'll look to throw, and that is incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Jones on the return. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lot. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. From the 29, Breeze. That's out to Chubb, complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They run. Chubb. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Breeze. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on the side, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Breeze going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. It got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there, partner. I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Now a handoff here to his running back. Shreds the tackle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
His throw caught right around the 6. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
He's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try to run this one in. And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And the lead is up to 18 now. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter gets to someone and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Breeze. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there, 1st down. Breeze to throw again. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Falcons.
Again, it's Breeze. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. He's got Jack Doyle. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Breeze again. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 14 yards is the pickup, 1st down, New Orleans.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest, and a 1st down. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion, beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really helps him be the great quarterback he is now.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. From the gun, it's Breeze. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Breeze now on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Rosas' kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15.
28, Saints 13.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And he fires one incomplete. The Falcons on 3rd down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 7. He may try and run for this. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way, because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Taken down and sacked by Kyle Van Noy.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they had his number. We can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Breeze now on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
1st down, Saints.
Throwing now is Breeze. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And incomplete on the deep ball. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Shotgun now for Breeze. toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Breeze, middle of the field to the tight end Doyle. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Breeze now to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Doyle. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
At the 23-yard line. 8 yards.
To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down. Into the red zone. It's Breeze. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze, incomplete. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll look to throw here. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here's Jamie Gillendown as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Drew Brees in the offense. Down by 15. 1:45 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Brees. It's complete to Parker, left side. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 22. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta